Hello, it's Jody here from The 7 Effect and I Love Monday. So today, just a quick update. I'm standing here in my kitchen. I have to admit I've been really struggling with what to talk about this week because I feel like there's just so much. And my beautiful partner Jason this morning set me a challenge, and I was talking over breakfast and I said, what shall I blog about today? And, I've been really struggling to work out how do I make this high value so it's not just me rambling on to people and saying a bunch of stuff that's irrelevant. And he said, why don't you do a 3-part series? And I thought that's a great idea. I love that idea. What a good challenge. And I said, there's 2 main things I could talk about. I could talk about health because I honestly believe that this is an important topic. And some of the businesses that I'm building on the side for my wealth goals are health related. And there's some fantastic products in there that I could share with people. Or I said I could talk about internet marketing and home-based businesses and how to do that. It's tips, strategies, techniques. And I look at what people need in the world, and so many people are suffering from poor health. And unfortunately, the suffering from poor health has become a little bit of a normal thing. In fact, the statistics around cancer and depression and anxiety are all going up and up to the point where we're starting to think that this is just how it is. This is just normal, right? And now we just learn to deal with it through some medication. I don't believe there's anything normal about it. And I actually believe that prevention is about 1,000,000 times better than any cure. And I honestly believe, and this is why I'm standing here in my kitchen, that with the right type of education and the right level of nutrients in our body, prevention is possible for most. Now, there's always an exception to every rule, but I'm talking here to the everyday people who are suffering from things like fatigue, stress, anxiety, depression, low levels of energy, headaches, body aches, struggling to get out of bed in the morning, struggling to sleep at night. All of these common issues are actually not necessarily normal, and a lot of them are to do with lifestyle choices and the things that we put in our mouth. So I'm here in my kitchen because I believe that the kitchen is often described as the heart of the home, but it is also the place that your health begins. We actually build our health right here in this very room. So the 3-part series challenge, can I do it? Well, let's just call this part 1 in a completely unplanned, winging it series with a general theme of health. Now, at the start of the year, I created an overarching theme for myself, and I said that 2016 would be the year of health and wealth. And that's been a really beautiful theme to work around because, the things that I've learned and the things that I've started to achieve already, just from having that as my theme, has been quite phenomenal. And just 6 months into the year, already I've established 3 different pipelines of passive income, and I've managed to achieve 2 of my big 3 health goals. So what are the 3 big health goals? Well, number 1 is I set a goal to have more energy, because at the end of last year, I have to admit I was waking up tired most days. So I said, right, next year I've got to find a way to work out why my energy levels are constantly so low and build more energy. Then I set a goal to build more muscle mass. Now, I have to admit, I'm the kind of person that loathes exercise. When I was a child, and if my friends from high school are watching this, Angela, particularly you, I actually, for many months, wore a fake bandage, sorry, Mum, I did, around my hand and faked a note and signed my mum's signature so I didn't have to do PE and sports. Then Angela and I, when we used to have to run around the oval, would find a gravelly spot and put our knee in it and then limp back and pretend that we'd fallen over. That's how much I hated sports and PE and any kind of exercise. But my goal this year was to build muscle mass, because I learned that, in fact, when you have more muscle mass in your body, your metabolism increases and your body becomes a fat-burning machine. And I totally want a body which is a fat-burning machine. Yes, please. And I now have a guru, a one-on-one yoga teacher. She's 69 years old and she's got the most amazing muscle mass you could believe. So it can be done through things that you enjoy, but I shouldn't get into that because that's part 2. And then my third goal was to reduce the chemicals that I use. So again, I've learned that anything that we put on our skin should be edible. If you couldn't eat it, you shouldn't put it on your skin, because your skin is one of the biggest organs that absorbs stuff into your system, including those awful chemicals that we as women often put on ourselves. So my 3 goals: overall theme, health and wealth, build more energy, build more muscle mass, and reduce the chemicals that I put on my skin. In fact, eliminate them altogether. So that's part 1. Next week, in part 2, I know the suspense is building by now. I'm actually going to come back and I'm going to share with you how I've gone about to do those things. And I have to say, 2 out of 3, I'm pretty much there, and I've still got 6 months to go, which is great. So I'll speak to you next week. Happy Monday, and see you next week. Bye.